Welcome to the Greater Cleveland Regional Transit Authority. We're excited that you're considering employment with us. This program was created to help you decide whether an entry position as a bus operator is right for you. It will answer many of the most frequently asked questions that applicants have, explain what we expect of you, show you a bit of what it's really like to be an RTA bus operator, and give you a realistic idea of what it will take to progress to a full-time operator position. If you pay close attention to this video, it may do something else. It may show you that the job of a bus operator is not right for you. If that's the case, you might consider other employment opportunities here at RTA. Whatever you decide, we wish you all the best in your employment efforts. Before we go further, there are some very important things you need to know. The first is that RTA bus operators are far more than people who drive a bus. They are highly visible ambassadors of a large, successful, and very important organization. We were created in 1975 and currently employ over 2,300 people and operate approximately 600 buses, paratransit vehicles, and rail cars throughout Cuyahoga County. Our operators are always in the public eye. That's why we look for people who know how to take pride in their job, people who respect themselves and others, who understand what customer service is all about, and through their actions, support our mission of being an organization where safety and customer service always come first. Because of our dedication to our customers, RTA starts the application process with two important assessments. The first is a multiple-choice test that will show us whether you're a good match for our commitment to treat every customer with respect and courtesy. It'll take about an hour to complete this test online. The second assessment is a one-on-one interview with district personnel. If you complete this process successfully, you will then be required to pass a physical exam, a comprehensive background check, and a drug screening. And by the way, the RTA employment requirement calls for physicals every 2 years, as well as random drug testing throughout the course of your career. Now let's move on to some frequently asked questions and answers about bus operator position for which you are applying. First, what is the starting hourly rate? All applicants who are accepted into our training program are paid this hourly rate throughout their training. As for your hourly wage after the training is complete, the starting rate for operators is shown here. Next question. The first 6 days are held in the classrooms of the district to which you will be assigned. The remainder of your training time will be a combination of classroom and hands-on training. And if you're like most of our bus operators, you'll find that every part of your training program gets put into real-world action every day.
You know, they train you on how to distance yourself and how to brake smoothly and how to stop the bus and even how to stop the bus if you have to stop it on an emergency type, you know.
Every day that I get behind the wheel of a coach, I get more and more confident about my abilities.
I like going to work in the morning and interacting with my coworkers because paratransit is a very small district and it's more like a club.
So every driver I've met have been wonderful. They tell you to be safe. They tell you if you need anything, let me know, I'm here to help you.
You get enough confidence in training to be able to drive that bus.
You also need to know that you must attend every day of training. If you are absent for any reason, you may be released from the training program. We also require you to arrive on time and stay the entire 8 hours of training each day. Again, failure to do so is cause for dismissal from the program. That's because being reliable and being on time is a very important requirement for RTA operators. As you can see, RTA puts a great deal of time and energy into its training programs. We expect our candidates to do the same. Because once you go solo behind the wheel, you had better be prepared to handle all sorts of driving situations. And in our city, some of those are challenging enough.
Every time you step in that bus, you got to be a defensive driver.
Nobody wants to be behind a bus. So you constantly got people trying to get in front of you, doing all kind of crazy maneuvers, but you have to be always alert and ready.
You always got to keep your eyes open and always checking your side mirrors.
Mirrors are the king of everything.
But especially in the wintertime, it can be a little hectic.
Pay attention to who's on the bus, what clothes they're wearing, the shoes they're wearing. You just become very observant because you need to be aware of what's going on the bus and outside of the bus.
Making sure that you get your passengers there as safely as possible is your main objective.
It's not just about driving. It also requires you to call out stops, answer questions, be knowledgeable of the system, be safe, and be on time. Just as importantly, maybe even more so, you need to know how to handle all types of customers. Because in the real world, not every passenger is a model of courtesy and good behavior.
Some customers that you come in contact with, their day could be up, their day could be down. And because I'm the first person they may see, then, I get the result of their day.
I deal with a diverse population, from the homeless to the affluent, to tourists, to the people that actually live downtown, and people coming from the outside suburbs coming down to the games and what have you.
When you have an upset customer, or when you have a customer whose day is just out of whack for them, sometimes they just want someone to hear what they're going through. And like I said, sometimes you be the first person they unleash on.
There are other points to consider about this position. For example, RTA provides service 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So, as a new employee, you will be scheduled to work late night, weekends, and split shifts. A split shift could mean working a 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. shift and then coming back at noon and working until 4 p.m. Some people find it hard to work another job around such a variable schedule. The last point to consider involves the question we are most frequently asked. We know there are a number of challenges along the way, but if you're right for this position and the job is right for you, there could be a long and rewarding career waiting for you at RTA.
Driving for RTA, I enjoy it immensely because if you're a people person, it's an ideal job.
I love to drive. I like to drive.
Oh, dealing with the customers. Favorite part of the job.
There's nice people out there, and that's what I love to do. Talking and engaging and get to know different people.
It makes you feel wonderful when they thank you repeatedly for helping them and being kind to them.
But it takes a special kind of person to do it.
And I know I had to do what I had to do in order to make it where I am today. So I was willing to work those various hours or put the time in and be dedicated to waking up to get to work.
But to know that in 10 years, if I don't want to drive anymore, and there are postings or advancements or other opportunities that I can fall back on from my customer service days that I'm qualified for, that I can do that too and won't miss them.
Since I've been here, I really can say that it's a job that I can retire from.
We hope that this program will help you make a smart career move today, one that's right for you and for us. Thank you, and we wish you the best of luck down the road.